She got mad and she hit him with the hammer 36 times.
I'm scared. I'm not a killer. I'm just a drug addict.
This is 21-year-old Taylor Elkin sitting in an interrogation room after being accused of murdering 72-year-old William Dubois, a retired teacher of Fort Smith Public Schools and Army veteran, in his own home. When the detective found the car belonging to Williams, also known as Bill, in Taylor's possession, her story began to unravel. What started as fear quickly turned into a calculated attempt to manipulate the investigation and the detectives.
That means you were lying. You were lying to me.
Taylor thought she could outsmart the detectives, but her plan soon fell apart. It all began on July 11, 2019, when an emergency call brought officers to a quiet neighborhood in Arkansas.
911. We had a young man across the street from us that lives in a duplex, and there is an elderly man that lives next door to him. He has not seen him in 2 days, and his car is not there.
The police then reached the scene and got into Bill's house with a spare key from the property manager. Inside, they made a gruesome discovery.
Is that spider on the door frame?
Yes, spider.
Okay.
There's a spot right there.
Oh, wow.
After the discovery of Bill's stolen car in Taylor's possession, suspicions about her involvement quickly grew. Taylor was held at the Sebastian County Detention Center under the charges of theft by receiving and was taken in for interrogation on July 15th. During her interrogation, detectives uncovered glaring gaps between her story and the evidence. The question now is whether she'll be able to get away with her deception, or if the detectives will dismantle the carefully crafted narrative she is trying to portray.
Anything else? So we let you talk to your mom. Okay. So now what I would like to ask you for you to tell us the truth.
The truth? I mean, I told y'all the truth today, but I didn't tell y'all all of it. But I told y'all the truth.
Taylor, then do us a favor, just start from the beginning. Whatever you told us in the past, we're not going to even bring it up. Just tell us from the beginning what happened and exactly the truth the way it happened, okay?
I did. Joe came over that night. That's when he asked me where my sugar daddy lived and all that. That was true. I told him, he went to my uncle's and said, no, that's where my uncle is. And I told him where he lived. And, he told me that, he asked me what he had in the house, and I told him that he didn't have shit. Like, he didn't have nothing to even do anything with. And then he told me that he's like, will you knock on the door? I knocked on the door. And then he went in, I left. That's when I went to McDonald's. And I came back. He told me he took care of it. And I didn't kill him, though. I didn't do nothing like that.
When he said he took care of it.
He told me that at the casino because I asked him, I kept asking him what happened. Because I didn't want to part in it, so I was scared. I didn't want to go in there or nothing. I didn't know what happened. And I kept asking him what happened. He kept telling me that he took care of it, that it's okay, that he finished it, blah, 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 and nothing would come about it. And he just kept telling me that he's like, to get rid of those TVs, blah, blah, blah. He said I'm not touching them. And that's when I had Pete on him. Like, I didn't know. If I knew all that, I would have took his car. Believe me, if I knew he was dead like that, or if you like, I just. I didn't know.
Barely 3 minutes into the interrogation, Taylor is already in tears, naming someone she calls Joe as the sole perpetrator of the crime. Joe, an acquaintance, will soon share his side of the story. But for now, the focus remains on Taylor, whose behavior mere hours earlier painted a very different picture. Calm, unbothered and detached. She was a far cry from the emotional figure now sitting before the detectives.
How did you get his car? You told me he gave you his car?
He let me borrow it.
And what time did he let you borrow it?
I borrowed on Monday. They gave me keys on Tuesday.
And tell us what you want to tell us. Tell us what you really know. So then do me a favor. Let's start from that Tuesday evening when all this started. Where'd you go?
Casino.
And what'd you do as soon as you got to the casino?
Play.
What else you did at the casino?
I ate, I guess.
What else did you do?
I was in last night.
Why is it okay?
Because I know I didn't do it. Go ask Joe where he was. So I didn't kill him.
Her carefree attitude stands in stark contrast to her tearful narrative. As the story unfolds, her true nature will be revealed, along with Joe's role in the key events at the casino that set everything in motion.
When Joe told you this, did he tell you in person?
Yeah.
Okay. And while you were at your house at the duplexes, did you see Joe after McDonald's?
Yeah.
And what was Joe doing?
He was with the TVs in the car. He told me to see me at the casino later. That's when I seen him, and he told me. And I kept asking him, like, what happened? You know, like, what happened? What did you do? Like, he's real vicious. I was told him, like, what did you do? Like, what? Like, he would tell me all of it. He just said that he got him that everything's okay. And I asked him if he was okay. He told me, yeah, he took care of it. That's the truth. Okay, y'all finally got everything out of me. That's all.
Well, we appreciate you being honest. That's what we want. Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay.
And like I was telling you down there, I understand that you're scared. Okay? I'm not dealing with what you're having to deal with, but I can understand that it's got to be hard.
Let's tell him one truth, though. I did not kill that man. I'm not a killer. I'm so far from a killer out there. I'm just a drug addict. That's it.
Now, when you saw Joe after McDonald's, did he have anything in his hand?
No. He came out when I pulled back in. He came out. He had the TVs, and he just put them in the car. And then I was like, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't tell you nothing, did he? He said, I'll get you at the casino later. I went to the casino, and that's when he was like, I kept asking him, he wouldn't tell me. He just told me that he took care of it, that basically everything is okay now. Basically, he took care of it all. So get rid of the TVs.
Where did he get the TVs from?
Bill's house.
And how do you know this?
He walked out.
And how did he get the TVs in Bill's car?
He put them in there.
Did you unlock
I
the
had
car
the keys.
for him?
Yeah, that was the truth. He let me borrow his car. He really did. And I had the keys. Joe knew about it. But, like, I don't know why the door would be locked unless he locked it.
Did you have the keys in your possession?
I had the car keys. Yeah.
And you understand a deadbolt has to be locked by a key.
I don't know how the deadbolt was locked because I didn't lock it.
Did Joe ever have the key?
Then unlocked the car, but that was it. He unlocked the car with the TVs in it.
Taylor's version doesn't just raise questions, it keeps twisting, turning, and pulling investigators into a maze of uncertainty. And what she says next is nothing short of baffling.
Did Joe have any blood or anything on him?
Not that I wasn't looking for that. I was really actually scared than anything. I mean, it was dark. He had dark clothes on. I wasn't looking for that. He just told me he'd catch me later.
What was his demeanor like? How was he acting?
Like a man, like just bossy. Like, hurry up, just put it in the car. Like stuff like that. Like, it was just bossy and just mean.
Why would he be saying put it in the car? Did you help get the TVs in the car?
No, I got throwing the keys. I was like, go in the car. And that's when he had the keys. He unlocked the car, but I didn't see him lock no double. I didn't.
And how did Joe leave from there?
He walked off. He walked off. I don't know if he had someone pick him up or something. But.
And as far as you two meeting at the casino, how did you know to go there at that time?
He told me to catch me in a few hours.
And what time was that, do you think?
I don't know. Got up about 4 something. Left. He was there.
Did he ever, well, your screen doesn't work on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Did you talk to him over the phone during any of this?
No. I just, talked to him then. We went back to his house.
So you went up there to knock on Bill's door. What was that exactly?
Yeah, I told him. He said who it was, and he backed up.
Bill backed up?
Yeah.
Because Joe was standing in the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what happened?
And he just walked in. Shut the door behind him. That's all I needed to know. If you can do that to somebody, what makes you think you can't get to me?
Now, so you're at McDonald's, and Joe is
Inside.
doing
whatever he is.
Okay. And when you get back from McDonald's, what's Joe doing?
He walked out the door, right when I was walking up, he walked out. He's like, here, put these in the car real quick.
Were the TVs still in the house, or were they outside?
No, he was bringing them out. No, I guess he heard the car door shut. I don't know.
And when you're at the casino, and you pull up there, and you carry a bag over, what was in the bag?
Pills.
That's it?
There was pills in a bucket.
How many pills?
And there's pill bottles, like 6 or 7.
And you said they were in a bucket?
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else in that bag?
No, I mean, I'm not the one that bagged anything up, so I don't know. But all I know is I threw it away because he told me that there's pills in there or whatever, and I was already high, and I was just like, I'm terrified at this time. I don't know what happened in there. So I threw it away, threw the bag away.
And you say you don't know what happened in there. What do you mean?
You just rob somebody. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure, like, I was thinking Bill's gonna call the police or something. Like, I didn't ever think of somebody killing him. That was not on my mind.
What did you think Joe was going to do?
I was just thinking, like, how he acted was just rob him or something. I didn't think he was going to kill him.
And Taylor, you referenced that you didn't bag anything up.
No.
What do you mean by that?
He put the TV in the car, threw it back in there just to get rid of it. And so, I mean, that's what I threw away. And what I seen was pill bottles.
Did you throw anything else away? At other locations?
Mm-mm.
When you and Joe were at the casino, what did you guys do there? What was y'all's interaction?
You just followed me around while I kept losing money.
To factually solve this case, it's critical to go back to the timeline when Taylor met Joe at the casino on Tuesday evening. According to Taylor, it was during this time that Joe, desperate after losing all his money, decided to rob Bill. The following night on Wednesday, they went to Bill's house. Joe knocked at the door, and when Bill opened it, Joe shut the door behind him, locking Taylor out. Left standing outside, Taylor went to a local McDonald's to wait. By the time she returned, Joe had unloaded 2 of Bill's TVs into Bill's vehicle. But what the detectives found at the crime scene would tie Taylor to the act in a way she never expected.
Taylor, one thing that is concerning is the fact that Bill does have hair in his hand. Okay? And we had a detective down there during his autopsy who states that the hair is the same color as yours. And Joe doesn't have any hair. So where would that come from?
Because I didn't see him afterwards. I'm not sure. That's why I gave a hair sample. So I'm up with an oddball in. Yeah, that's why I gave a hair sample, because I didn't.
Did you ever see Bill after McDonald's?
Which way did Joe start walking to when you saw him leave?
To the left.
Which would be?
Like the alley.
Was he carrying anything with him?
Just a little bag.
What like, paper sack? Plastic bag?
A plastic bag.
You know what was in it? Did it look heavy or kind of light? Like if he's carrying it, was it like moving a lot or a little?
I don't know, it was dark. Like, I don't know, like there's a couple things in there.
When you first saw him, did he come with anything? Did he have anything with him? No? And he started walking towards the alleys and...
I figured he had somebody pick him up. I don't know how that trailer's blocked or anything like that.
Where can we find Joe right now?
At that trailer.
At that trailer?
Yeah.
Until now, we've heard a lot about this mysterious Joe, who Taylor insists is the real culprit. But how involved he actually is will be revealed by the man himself.
All right, so tell me about Taylor Elkins. How do you know her?
Oh, from the casino.
From the casino?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long have you known her?
6 months.
6 months?
Mm-hmm.
And you met her at the casino?
No, I did meet her. Yes,
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
last night.
Last night?
Mm-hmm.
And where did y'all meet up at?
Casino. She had 2 TVs in her rental car trying to sell them.
So why is she trying to get rid of her TVs?
She said she had to pay rent or electric or something.
So she talked to you about buying some TVs.
Yes, sir.
Joe's story introduces a surprising twist, raising the question, who's telling the truth? The answer isn't far from reach. Joe points to a friend named Pete who allegedly sold the TVs at a pawn shop. What he didn't anticipate was police finding surveillance footage, leading them straight to Pete. And what he tells the detectives could be the key to unraveling the truth.
You're Peter?
Yes, sir.
Peter, I'm Detective Taylor. I'm gonna ask you some questions here in a second. We'll show you something right here. It's a pawn ticket for Midland Pawn this week.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where you pawned a couple of TVs.
Yes, sir.
Where'd you get those TVs at?
I got those TVs from a girl named Taylor Elkins.
Okay. How do you know Taylor?
I just knew her as a mutual friend. I helped her sister move her house before.
Yeah.
And she told me she didn't have an ID or something, and that they weren't stolen or anything like that. And she, told me to go pawn.
Okay.
So I did.
Peter, let's start from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
What day did you meet Taylor on?
Either day before yesterday or so.
Okay. So is it the day that you pawned the TV?
Yes, sir.
That's the first day you met her, or
Yes.
met up with her?
Yes, sir.
So tell me about that day. Let's start from that morning, exactly what you did.
I woke up that morning.
About what time?
I want to say it had been like 6 or 7. It was early. And I caught a glimpse of Joe and Taylor walking through the door.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I know who she is, you know, and then they started talking about, you know, she needed TVs to be, you know, that she got or whatever needed to be sold, whatever the case may be.
It's clear that Joe wasn't the one who stole the TVs, nor was he present when the horrors unfolded in Bill's house. Now the focus shifts back to Taylor. How long can she keep weaving this web of lies and manipulation?
As far as you and Joe meeting at the casino, where'd you guys meet at?
Before that,
Well, did you meet before the casino?
he came over. And, that night, and I don't know if he got dropped off or what, but I was sitting outside smoking, and he came from the side. And I was like, what are you doing here?
Now you're talking about before that night?
No, I'm talking about that night.
The night that, but I mean, are you talking about before Joe went into Bill's? Okay. As far as the casino, though, where did you guys meet at the casino?
Inside the casino.
Okay.
He came up to me. I had no contact with him at all. Any of that. Like, before I went to casino, I had no contact with him. I was actually asleep, and I slept for like 2 hours. And then I left. I got up and left.
Where'd you sleep at?
The grandpa's.
Is there anything that you haven't shared with us?
I literally told y'all everything just now.
Was Joe acting out of character, would you say, when you were asking all these questions about what happened? Like, if he's his usual self every other day, was he acting different?
Yeah,
That morning?
He's just more meaner. It's like, why you could ask a question, you know? Shut up. Why do you have to know?
Did he ever specifically tell you that he killed Bill?
He took care of it.
And what did you say to that?
What is that supposed to mean?
And what was his answer?
Why do you have to questions? I told you I took care of it. You get rid of them TVs.
Did Pete know about this?
I didn't tell him. I told him I don't know what's going on with the TVs, but I need to home. And I told him, I was like, I don't know if they're stolen or not. That's up to you to decide. He said it's fine.
Did Joe get any money from the selling TVs?
No. No.
No.
Like, when I came back, he was upset, but I told him, I was like, you didn't want nothing to do with the TVs. He said, yeah, but I got them. But you didn't want nothing to do with them.
Is that the last time you saw him?
Yeah, because it was only a day. And then the next day, I got arrested.
I don't know if anyone asked you this, but what was the reason for Joe coming over? And
If I had any money, if I was...
did you know he was coming, or you just showed up out of nowhere?
Yeah, no, I was like, I was already, I was like, I didn't got no money.
And then what was it?
That's when he asked me, well, don't you have a sugar daddy over here or something like that? I think he was just too high, that's what it was. He don't. And I told him, it's not really a sugar daddy. And that's why he put out uncles, and I'm like, no.
Did he know about you and Bill's interactions?
Mm-hmm.
Before you got in the car, could you hear any yelling?
Mm-hmm.
Could you hear anything at all?
I mean, not like, I walk into the car, I could hear like, who, or something like that, who are you, or something like that. I don't know what he said.
Then where were you at that point in relation to the car?
It's like literally right there. You walk to the car, it's like from here to that office maybe. Not far at all.
And what was your reason to go to McDonald's at that point?
Just want to figure out what's going on. That's theirs. My life, so I'm trying to sit there. Happy or what? What the fuck just happened?
Were you nervous because?
No way.
Did you believe that he was robbing them?
I mean, there. I never thought he'd kill him. Just looked like a robbery on that. I guess good part.
Much of Taylor's story defies logic, so this is the moment where the detectives realize that they need to conduct a polygraph test, and the results proved that Taylor was in fact being deceitful.
Test results were not good, showing that you were showing deception.
Deception?
Mm-hmm. Deception means that you're trying to deceive. You're not being truthful.
I am.
Hmm?
I am.
I brought this in here to show you. You see that question that says R5? Mm-hmm. And that big spike on it?
Mm-hmm. What does it mean?
It means you were lying.
About what?
The R5 was when I asked you, were you present when he was attacked? And you said that you weren't, right? In the interview, before we even started testing, when you were telling me your story, right? You told me that you knocked on the door, and when Bill answered, Joe went in, kind of bum rushed him, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you see where I'm going with this? In the interview, you told me...
I was there.
Mm-hmm. You said that you weren't, and right there I'm showing you that's where you were telling us a lie. You were lying to me when I asked you in the test, were you present when he was attacked?
Not when he was killed. But attacked, maybe, not killed.
Then why would it show that you were showing deception on that one too?
I don't know what that one is.
Because the reading, I'm going to show you in just a second. When I ask you, did you kill him? Your reading is stronger than that. I had to turn the sensitivity down to keep it on the chart. Now, I'm coming in on the tail end of this, so it's like I told you in that room. I don't know everything else that everybody else knows. So, I mean, are you feeling responsible because you set this up?
I didn't set up somebody to get killed.
What did you set up, Taylor?
Here's your robbery, basically.
Here's your opportunity. You got to come clean. This is going to send you to prison.
I didn't kill him.
Hey, let's come clean, Taylor. Come on, quick.
I am.
Okay, you said that whenever you and Joe talked, before anything happened, whenever he first pulled up, and he asked you about your sugar daddy, what did you set up? You said, hey, let's go over there and hit a lick?
Basically. But
you guys just went over there with the intentions of taking what? When you guys went over there, what was your intentions of taking?
no life.
Okay. I believe you. You did not go over there with the intentions to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys go over there intended to take? His pills? His TVs? What?
Basically.
So you guys were going over there to take his medication?
I mean, he didn't have nothing to take, but...
I know in the interview you said that Joe didn't give you anything good, so I don't know what he had over there.
Taylor now realizes the grave situation she's in. She can no longer manipulate the detectives. They have her cornered with no way to slop past them.
Did he not have anything good? So what did you guys take from the house?
TVs. And the pills, but there was nothing there.
Okay, TVs and the pills?
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys do with the pills?
Threw them away. It's my fault, but...
Let me ask you a question, and now's the time to be completely honest. Do you think whatever Joe used to kill him was in that Walmart sack? Whatever he used to hit him with? Because now's a good time to... Taylor, now would be a good time to separate yourself from the robbery and the homicide. You see what I'm saying? If you could help these detectives find the weapon that was used to hurt him.
I did tell them what happened. Just because that doesn't mean that I'm lying.
Well, from my understanding, you said that you weren't, whenever Joe went inside the house, you left.
I did leave.
Then how did you walk out with the pills, and how did you dispose of them?
Because here, when he was walking out, he handed me the shit.
So you were still there when he was walking out. You see what I'm saying?
When I came back, he was walking out. And that was telling you the truth. He was walking out, he handed me the shit. Put it in the fucking car. So I did.
So Taylor, you and I've talked, what, 3 times at least? All 3 times that you've talked to me prior to right now, you said you never went over there. Now, I understand yesterday evening, I guess when you talked to Detective Jones and Tobias, you told them that you're the one that knocked on the door.
No, it was
What time did that happen?
that night.
About what time?
Late.
Before you went to McDonald's?
Mm-hmm.
How long before?
Couple minutes.
Huh?
Couple minutes.
Couple minutes. So you knocked on the door, and of course I haven't heard the whole story, and I didn't hear this part because you've never told me this part, but you knocked on the door, and what happened?
He literally made his way in.
Okay, when you say made his way in, how did he make his way in?
Like, Bill stepped back, and he was like, basically, who are you?
Was Bill sleeping when you knocked on the door, woke him up?
I guess.
Then you went in with him?
Not right then, no.
Not right then. At what point did you go in?
When he was coming to the door, I tried to go in, but Joe wouldn't let me.
What?
Mm-hmm.
At what point was that?
After there was TVs in the car.
After who put them in there?
No, I didn't put one in there. He put the other one.
Okay. Of course, all along you realized you told me you didn't do that. First you said your grandpa put the TVs in the car.
But
then you said, I know, but I still got to cover all this. Do you not understand that? Okay, I still got to cover this. There's no reason to be argumentative with me. I'm trying to clarify right now.
No, you're not. You're trying to accuse.
No, I'm not. Well, there's nothing to accuse. You're already in jail.
Oh, really? But who ain't?
Okay.
And here's a chance for you to separate yourself from the
That's all I'm
robbery.
But I'm trying to, but everything...
Well, you're not.
But you've got to be truthful in order to do so.
And I'm being honest with you.
Okay, so then tell us exactly what happened. I would think if I was you, I would be saying, and this is just me talking, if I was there, you know what? Yeah, we were going to knock the old man off. We were going to rob him. We were going to take his TV, whatever. Joe goes in, starts beating the hell out of this guy. I didn't want a part of it.
I didn't.
Okay, but you got to tell us what you saw.
He wouldn't let me go in.
Okay, but
he wouldn't let me go in.
Okay, he made his way in.
Yeah. He wouldn't let me
more
in. He shut that door behind him. He said no. He said no. He shut that door behind him.
When he went in?
Yes.
Okay. He's talked to you about what happened?
No, he won't tell me. His only questions get me hurt.
No matter how loud she gets, she clearly can't silence the truth of what happened on that day. There was no Joe. Taylor was the only one who went to Bill's house.
No. What did you think happened?
I didn't know, to be honest. I was so high.
So where'd you get the TV from?
When he was walking out, he hit me and said, here. He said, put this one in there. And that's what it is.
At what point did you tell him that Bill was your sugar daddy?
Like days before that.
And so, do you think his assumption of a sugar daddy is that he's got money and he's got stuff? And that's why he showed up. Did you invite him over to say, let's do this, or he just showed up?
He just came over.
Did he ever come into the apartment with you and your grandpa?
Mm-hmm.
You went out and talked to him? And he wanted to know where Sugar Daddy lived?
Mm-hmm.
And did he tell you what he was going to do? Did he say, hey, we're going to rob him, we're going to get somebody so we can get high?
He said that he was going to take him, but I figured rob, not kill.
Here's the deal. You know Bill better than I do. I don't know about Detective Carter, but you know him better than I do. Is it possible Bill started to put up a fight?
So I was thinking robbery on that.
Does Bill keep a ball bat or anything like that around his door?
No, probably in his room.
Probably in his room.
Probably. But I've never seen one in the living room.
Did you ever see one in the bedroom?
No, but I was just guessing. He's an old man. I'm just guessing.
When Joe rushed him, did he have anything in his hand?
Like, how it happened, he didn't, like, really, like, rush. Like, I don't know, like, he opened the door and he stepped back, and Joe, like, literally made his way in, and I was like, wait, and then he was like, no, and he didn't shut it, he slammed the door in my face, and basically told me, stay out of it, like, mind your own business, and that's when I went to McDonald's, I mind my own business, like.
Okay, who was the Dr. Pepper for?
My grandpa.
Did you take it back and give it to him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Joe never went into your grandpa's apartment?
Mm-hmm.
And TVs never went into your grandpa's apartment?
Mm-hmm.
So Joe brings the TVs out, gives them to you. You want one of them, and carries the other one, and you put them in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you get the car?
He let me borrow it.
Who did?
Bill.
When?
I was talking to him Monday, crying to him, and then he was like, well, I can't let you use it tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So I went over there Tuesday, and he was like, you just gotta bring it back, blah, 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 don't do nothing stupid, and just old me. That's how old man talks.
And when did you try to take it back?
On Thursday.
On Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday or Thursday?
On Thursday.
The day that we found you over in Arbor, you tried to take it back earlier that day?
Mm-hmm.
What time?
Earlier, when I went over there.
I'm sorry?
When I went over there.
What time was
My
that?
grandpa's. I don't know. Y'all keep asking me a time. Like, I don't
Because
know.
it's important.
I don't know what time it was.
Were you in his car when you went back over there?
No, I wasn't.
So why would you try to take his car back if you didn't have his car?
Because I was going to ask him if I could use it that day, too. And if he would have said no, I'd been like, okay, well, I'm going to get it then.
Okay, did you not tell me in our first interview you went back the next morning to try to take him to work?
But I didn't. I got high and stayed gone all day.
Good, but you told me you did, so you didn't?
Oh, my God.
Hey, I'm just trying to clarify.
Because you're just getting on my nerves right now. I'm not in the mood today. I've had...
Well, I really don't give a shit if you're in the mood or not.
Of course you don't.
All right?
You're a rude person.
I'm not a rude person.
Yes, you are.
You're a rude, cold, heartless murderer. That's
No,
what
I'm
you
not.
are.
No, I'm not.
Look at you. You have no defense for yourself.
I'm not, though.
Because you killed the old man.
No, I didn't. I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah, you're capable of that. You're right in the middle of all of it. And why you don't think you think you're so tough?
I told y'all what happened.
You ain't told us nothing. You make up everything to point the finger at everybody else.
But I don't.
You do, 100%.
No, I don't.
Yes, she does. Just like the day she went to Bill's house, desperate for money after losing it all on drugs and gambling at the casino. Taylor turned to Bill, someone who had helped her financially in the past. But this time, Bill had nothing to offer. Enraged, Taylor attacked him, striking him 36 times on the head with a hammer. In a desperate attempt to defend himself, Bill grabbed at her hair, explaining the clumps found in his hand. After the brutal assault, Taylor stole his belongings, took his car, and left Bill dying on the bathroom floor.
This is not going to go away. This is not going to quit.
Okay.
You're going to keep having your little nightmares that you have, and I hope you do for the rest of your life. You killed that old man and you're proud of it, and I'm going to show this to the juror, and they're going to put you in prison for the rest of your life if you don't get the death penalty.
Like, you're screaming at me.
Yeah, I am,
I'm not gonna sit there and play into it no more.
you know what? Because you're a murderer.
No, I'm not.
100%.
No, I'm not.
100%.
No, I'm not.
You know everything about this, and you're not telling us.
I told y'all what happened.
No, every time I try to ask you to clarify something, you want to get
I
defensive.
do, but y'all, okay, but I told y'all Thursday and Friday when y'all talked to me, I was high.
Okay, are you high right now?
No.
Okay, so I'm trying to
That's
clarify.
why I said I wasn't high yesterday when I talked to
I
y'all.
would think if I was fixed to go to prison for the rest of my life, maybe looking at the death penalty, I'd want to talk.
I'm trying to talk to y'all, but
No,
you
you
don't
ain't.
talk. No, you don't talk.
No, you don't talk.
You accuse.
I'm accusing what it is because you're leading me to that. Give me something that I don't
What do
accuse
you want? I'm telling you.
I want the truth, Taylor, for one time in your life.
Dude,
I want the
I'm telling
truth.
the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
You're not telling me the truth.
You're only wanting what you want to
No,
hear.
I want you to tell them. You've told 8 stories you have told.
I have told. Okay.
So I need to find out what the real story is
And
at this
yesterday
point.
I told you the real story.
What's the real story?
What I just
Which
told
one?
you today.
Okay, you never even told me that you knocked on the door till just right now.
Okay, just because I didn't tell you doesn't mean I told
Do
you
you not
the
think it's
story.
important?
Okay.
Is it not important, Taylor?
Okay, and I told you.
No, you told somebody else who tells me.
Okay. Well, now you know.
Now, no. So why can't you tell me then?
I just did. I said it twice in front of you just now.
You think this is a game?
No, I'm just getting annoyed.
Well, I'm getting
Because I didn't
annoyed
do
too.
it.
I'm getting annoyed that this old man is dead and you're responsible for it. That's
I'm
what
not
annoys me.
responsible for it.
You're 100%. You set it up. You're the one that said let's go
I
rob him.
set it up.
You just told us that.
Set up.
You just told us that. Did you not just tell us
So
that?
I set up somebody to get killed.
Did you set up the robbery? You said it was your idea.
Robbery, not still.
Is that did she say it was her idea? That's what you said is her idea.
I
You don't
didn't
testify
say- I
to.
did not say
And guess
so.
what? He died because of your plan. Guess what that puts on you? You want to take a guess
It
that you're
wasn't
so
just
damn
my
smart? Huh? It puts
Okay.
murder on you.
Okay, well, I didn't kill nobody. So
You did.
Anyways.
The fact that Taylor could kill someone so brutally, walk into the initial interrogation visibly high, and still have the audacity to lie and argue about it is simply mind-boggling. She knows no trace of remorse, and she will continue this way until the very end. Her grandpa, when interrogated, initially hesitated to reveal the truth. Eventually, he confessed that on the night Taylor murdered Bill, she came home around midnight, changed her clothes, and went to sleep. When detectives searched the house, they found the bloodied clothes in her room, a chilling reminder of her heinous actions. This evidence, combined with a confession she made to an inmate, which would come up next, became the foundation of Taylor's bleak future in prison.
So let's start from the beginning. I mean, tell me what she's told you about how all this started.
Okay. She said, well, it started out as a robbery gone wrong. She had dealt with him before, but it was never for pills. He didn't even have pills. It was for money. She was high. She said that she went over there with just intentions of robbing him. He was in his underwear because he was getting ready to go to bed, and she was asking him for money, and he didn't have any. He was going to bed, and he had to do the next day.
On October 9th, 2019, Taylor was charged for the murder of William Bill Dubois. Taylor would have faced the death penalty if the state prosecutor had not approached Susan Dubois, Bill's wife, about a possible plea deal, to which she readily agreed. Later, Taylor confessed to the police to avoid a trial and was ultimately sentenced to 45 years in prison on January 15th, 2020. Mr. Bill Dubois Jr. was an Army veteran who retired in 1976. After his service, he dedicated his life to teaching, becoming a beloved drama and English teacher, and was greatly loved by everyone. His family would live to mourn his loss, especially his son, to whom he was like a role model. This story underscores the urgent need for stronger safety measures to protect elderly and retired individuals who often become vulnerable targets of heinous crimes. It also serves as a stark reminder to think twice before offering help, because you never truly know the motives hidden behind someone's facade. This world thrives on trust, but nothing cuts deeper than when that trust is met with betrayal. Bill trusted Taylor with his safety and helped her in times of difficulties financially, and what he got back in return was something that defies basic human values. What are your thoughts on this case? Add them in the comments section below. Thank you for joining in, and for more gripping content like this, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.